Hello YouTubers, you consumers. I'm in the glorious town of Las Vegas, Nevada. In front of me you see the Hotel 6 located on Tropicana Boulevard in Cobao. I had a weird experience the other night at this location. You always hear the motto, what stays in Vegas, happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Well, this particular time it's not going to stay in Vegas. It's going to leave. Hopefully Motel 6 is going to learn a lesson on this, at least a little bit, if anything. I'm going to also show you this little piece of paper while I'm talking. It's a map. And on this map, there's some rulings here about to make sure that guests have a good quiet stay and basically hours. And you'll see there must be in their rooms and not loitering outside. So that's an Auschwitz kind of regulation, I think. And then violation of this policy will result in eviction of all room occupants, registered guests, and no refunds will be issued. Thank you for your cooperation. Sincerely, Motel 6. Well, what happened to me was not even close to that. I was doing my laundry. I went down to the laundry room and my access card would not work. 2 doors to enter this particular laundry room and none of it. Went back up to my hotel room. Card would not work. Then in turn, I went down to the office. Lady at the front desk asked me, what's wrong? I told her. She checked the card. She says, yeah, it's a bad card. She says, can I see some ID, please? I says, ID? Well, that's kind of like in the room because I'm sitting in my shorts and my t-shirt collecting my laundry at the door. So I wasn't expecting to carry my ID with me. Then she shakes her head no. She says, I need to have an ID. At that point in time, she should have said, okay, let me make you a card, let me get a hold of security, let me get a hold of the staff service, we'll walk you back to your room and check you, and now we all would have been fine and happy with that. No. You gotta have the ID. So at that point in time, I said, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go back to my truck. I have a spare key under the thing. I'm going to get out my crowbar. I'll smash the F frickin' window. I actually used the real effing word to her. Go inside, get my ID, and come back. Well, at this point in time, the security guy was there. And in turn, the lady says, well, take him back to his room and get his ID, and everything's all fine and happy. And that's it. Well, on the way back to the room, the security guard, who wants to be a cop, I guess, when he wants to grow up, he walks around with a shaved head. You'll see that on the video. I'm doing this pre-video so Motel 6 can see what my requests are. In addition, I ran up a lot of film time filming this on my iPhone, and I have to figure out how to transfer it off so I can get it to iMovie or anything and get it, because there's a lot of editing I have to do on it. Not because of that, it's just a lot of me unpacking my room. Yes, unpacking my room, you heard that. So I get back to the room and I'm walking down the thing with the security officer and he starts mouthing off. So I get, this is going to be good. So I whip out the iPhone and I says, well, keep talking because you're going to be on YouTube tonight. And that's it. So we get up to the room, he lets me in, shows me the ID, and then all of a sudden, okay, he says, you got 10 minutes. I said, 10 minutes for what? He says, I'm evicting you. I'm not going to cut to the chase on this. You can see some of it on the video, but I says, you just can't evict somebody. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. I am God. I want to be a cop when I want to grow up, and I want to learn how to enforce laws that aren't on the books. So I had some serious conversations with him. I said, you feel that and you're standing in and no laws are being violated here at this point in time? And like the normal cop would answer, no, we have the perfect right to do what we're doing. Now, the funny thing about this all is you watch the YouTube videos with the police officers, with the cameras on them, and they know they're going to be, they know they're being recorded, they know they're going to be put on public media, but they still stick to their boots that what they say about the law is true, correct. Just, you've seen numerous YouTubes where officers say you're not allowed to video us. And numerous federal court decisions have overrode that every time. But still, the officers down the line can't get the message that you're allowed to videotape them, depending on maybe a private part of the state. Nevada, Colorado, don't have that issue. So, long story short, sheriff, I says, call the sheriff out. Sheriff comes out, I'm sorry, Vegas PD comes out, not the sheriff. And I looked at the Denver cop, the Vegas guy in the face, and I said, isn't there a policies or anything regarding evictions here? And he comes out with this, well, I said, isn't this like a abode I'm renting, like a renter? Or it's my home. There's a certain eviction process to take place. Then he looks at me straight in the face, and he goes, no, this is corporate and it's different and all that. So setting that aside, long story short, I went out of the Motel 6 that evening, packed up my stuff, and I went right next door to the Howard Johnson's Hotel. And I'm going to give them a perk. For $1 less a day, you get free Wi-Fi. I don't know if you noticed, I'll take you back on this paper. Motel 6 wants to charge you $2.99 for 24 hours of Wi-Fi. So multiply that for your stay. I'm staying here a week. No coffee in the rooms. Coffee in the rooms here. Nice adjustable shower head. Nice heating system that doesn't make racket and noise all night. So if you want to spend $1 less at this location and get a better room at Howard Johnson's, stay away from this particular chain outfit, at least at this location, because big room difference. You get the shampoo and everything in the Hojos. This you don't. You don't even get the hair dryer. Not that I have hair to worry about. So I'm going to end this out. But long story short, I did some research last night in my law, looking up the laws. There is a 3-day eviction process for hotels and motels in Vegas. 3 days for nuisance. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I qualified for being a nuisance just by going in, making that statement, and that's it. So, and then the security guard works for a private company. I will be going that. I got internal affairs to get up hit with today for the officers lying through their teeth. The security guard, gonna have to work on him. And last but not least, 3 days. So if you're in Denver, I keep saying Denver, that's where I'm from. You're in Vegas, you cause a nuisance, and they want to try and evict you. It's a 3-day process. Then you have a right to appeal that process. But kicking you out of your room in 10 minutes, and then having the Las Vegas PD assist in that eviction that is illegal is just, you hear rumors about Vegas about not being polite. I had to learn out the hard way. So good luck, guys. I will be following up with a YouTube video with the actual encounter with the guard. I put it on my iPhone. I racked up like 16 minutes, and I have to transfer it off. It's slow working with it, so I got to get it off when I get back home. I will also do a follow-up on how Motel 6 responds to this. I'm looking for termination of the guard. Will be seeking action against the guard company for his action. So I'm just going to go down the route. But like I said, what stays in Vegas and happens in Vegas is not going to happen this time. Everybody's got to know how even security guards like to act rough and tough, outside the law, working under their colors. So that's the whole purpose of this, and we'll talk to you later, guys, and wish me luck. So remember, Motel 6 chain. Oh yeah, and on top of that, forgot, I went in, the lady was asking me for the ID. I was in there with the 2 counter ladies. The same lady was there when I went in and had to get an ironing board and an iron. Walked in, said, can I check it in? And didn't ask me for ID then. What room are you in? But they knew I was staying here at the hotel. That's the whole kicker on top of that. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.